Dear colleagues, good morning. I am Dalibor Kapuric, Vice Dean for the International Cooperation at the Faculty of Education in Užice University of Kragujevcu, and I'm going to present the possibilities for the Erasmus Plus Students Exchange Program. Faculty of Education in Užice has been cooperating with the Faculty of Education in Koper for more than a decade. We organized scientific conferences together, participated in national and transnational projects. Our students organized joint activities, etc. In order to continue this successful cooperation in the field of students exchange, we agreed to organize this presentation of the mobility programs. In the next 15 minutes, I will present our country, the city of Užice, Faculty of Education, and the Erasmus Plus mobility program. Then my colleagues who participated in students exchange will say something about their experiences and will present our faculty from their point of view. Republic of Serbia is located at the southeast of Europe, southeast from Slovenia. At the Google map, you can see the route from Užice to Koper, and the distance between Užice and Koper is about 800 kilometers. I thought that the best way to present our country is to say something about the most famous Serbs, a scientist, a writer, an artist, and an athlete. Nikola Tesla is one of the most famous Serbian and world scientists in the field of physics, electrical engineering, and radio techniques. His inventions have been applied in industry, medicine, and everyday life. Thanks to his invention of wireless transmission, today we can use mobile phones. He was the key person in the construction of the first hydroelectric power plant on Niagara Falls. And he is the only Serb by whom an international unit of measure from the SI system is called, for the magnetic field strength. Ivo Andrić was a Serbian and Yugoslav writer and diplomat. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature for the novel The Bridge on the Drina. Marina Abramović is a Serbian performing artist. She was named the most influential artist in the world. And we are very proud to Novak Djokovic, a professional tennis player. At the first place on the ATP list, he spent about 350 weeks. It's about 5 years. And many tennis critics, former players, as well as his teammates, consider him one of the best tennis players in the history of white sport. At this slide, you can see the white angel. That's the part of the composition Mironosnice on Christ's grave from the monastery Mileševa. It's considered one of the most beautiful works of Serbian and European medieval art. Interestingly, this fresco appeared as the first picture when the satellite connection was established between Europe and America. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Užice, a cultural and educational center of the Western Serbia. Through our city runs Riva Jetinja, and about 70,000 inhabitants live in the city and its surroundings. Here you can see a few interesting sites of our city. These are the main cultural institutions in the city: National Museum, City Cultural Center, City Gallery, as well as National Theater, where every year in November, a regional theater festival is held. This is our fortress, an old town, which was built in the 14th century. At the foot of the fortress, at the very beginning of the 20th century, a hydropower plant was built. It was the first hydropower plant in Europe and the second in the world, which was built by Tesla's principles. This hydroelectric power plant was built only 5 years after the same power plant on Niagara Falls. This is Kadinjača Memorial Complex, which is dedicated to fighters from the Second World War. Užice is located at the foot of the mountain Zlatibor, a famous touristic destination. It's important to mention the open-air museum, the old village Sirogojno. Sirogojno consists of 40 wooden houses that display architecture, exterior and interior, as well as the organization of family life in Serbia in the 19th century. Drvengrad is also a wooden town, a wooden settlement founded by our director Emir Kusturica. Thanks to Emir Kusturica, the Kustendorf Film Festival is held once a year in Drvengrad, and that's the time when many famous people from the world of film visit our region. As you can see, this part of Serbia is very interesting for tourists, and I hope that we attracted your attention. Now, I'm going to present our faculty. As I told before, Užice is a center of culture and education, and very important part of that is Faculty of Education. Teacher education in Užice lasts for more than a century, precisely 102 years, from the School for Teachers, which was founded in 1919, to the modern higher education institution, Faculty of Education. Our faculty is a part of the University of Kragujevcu, and we educate teachers, nursery teachers, as well as sports coaches at vocational, undergraduate, master, and doctoral level. In addition to teaching, our students are involved in a lot of extracurricular activities, such as art, music, sport, drama, theater, etc. At those slides, you can see some of students' actions like academic, creative. Students' creative activities usually involve children, preschool children and primary school children, as you can see on those pictures. Drama and theater, and a lot of kinds of sports activities. Also, our students often organize humanitarian actions in cooperation with other institutions from the city and its surroundings. The main question of this presentation is what opportunities does the Faculty of Education in Užice offer to foreign students within the Erasmus Plus mobility program? Students from the program countries, including Slovenia, can attend study program teacher and preschool teacher at bachelor and master level. A list of 25 courses which are held in English is available on the website of the University of Kragujevcu, as well as on the website of our faculty. Also, at the website of our university and the faculty, you can find the other data needed to apply for the competition for credit mobility. If you decide to attend one of the mobility programs at the Faculty of Education in Užice, you can be accommodated in the Student Center. As you can see, our Student Center is a new well-equipped and modern complex, which has all the necessary facilities. Also, foreign students can be accommodated in private accommodation facilities. For all additional information, you can write to me. My email address is available on the faculty's website. Welcome to Serbia, welcome to Užice, and welcome to our faculty. Now, I would like to ask my colleague students who participated in student exchange programs to take over the floor. First, we will hear from Nikolina Mijatovic, a fourth-year student at the study program Teacher. During the summer semester of the previous school year, Nikolina was in mobility in Austria. Nikolina?
Yes, thank you. So I had a really great time, and that is why I'm here to share my experience with you. And now I will tell you something about my faculty in Užice, and why you should come to us. I think it is great that this is a faculty in a city that it's not so huge, and therefore the number of students per year is smaller. What is also great is that your professors know your name. I think this is not the case at faculties where there are a huge number of students. And important thing is that professors at this faculty will always be available to you, and they will always help you with whatever you need. That is for sure. Especially for Erasmus students, our coordinator, Ms. Puric, is always available for international students. All professors at our faculty are amazing. On one side, you can learn so much from them, but also at the same time, they are very friendly and accessible. Also, I have to mention, I know this is important for Erasmus students. I know that you can have some issues and troubles with paperwork, but with our administrative staff, you can relax because they're doing really their best job, and you don't need to worry about this. Also, our faculty has a lot of subjects that you can choose, both major and elective courses. Elective courses are diverse, and you have the opportunity to choose what is interesting for you. I must also mention the practice and the practice schools. They cooperate very closely with our faculty, and it is also very close by walk. Teachers in these practice schools usually know how to help you, because every semester our students go to those schools. And I think this is great for students who come to our faculty for mobility. There is a lot of extracurricular activities in which you can participate. And I think it's great because you can meet more students and colleagues. I personally was in a sport extracurricular activity, and I gained so many friends. So what is for sure is that students and people from Užice will welcome you in the best possible way, because they are very hospitable and friendly. And I believe that students will do their best to help you with your as university obligation, but also with getting to know the city and the people. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Nikolina. Now, Milena Čantrak, a graduate student at the study program Preschool Teacher, will share her experiences with us. Milena was in mobility at the Faculty of Education of the University Konstantin Filozov in Nitra, Slovakia.
Hello, good morning. I'm happy to share my experience with you. Studying in Nitra, Slovakia was an opportunity for meeting people from different cultural backgrounds and learning about their culture. So during mobility, not only do you get to expand your knowledge and make friends, but you also learn about yourself and develop your talents. And that's exactly why I would recommend our faculty as a good choice for mobility, because your talents are highly appreciated. And every year of study includes practice in schools or kindergartens. So everything that we learn during class in the theoretical sense, we get to apply with children in kindergarten or in the school. And our professors and assistants are there to help us grow as individuals. They have a really warm approach. And as students, we organize many projects and humanitarian events, such as Be Someone Santa Claus, where we donate sweets and books, make surprise packages, and give them out to children of poor social conditions or children who spend their Christmas holidays at home, which is a really memorable experience for anybody who is a teacher, a preschool teacher, or loves kids. It really makes you remember why you chose that path in the first place. And as I said, your talents are highly appreciated. There are many activities you can engage in, many sport activities, depending on your field of interest. You can take place in different competitions. And if you like acting or public speaking, there is a yearly traditional manifestation that our faculty is known for. And I can personally assure you that it has helped me as an introvert just stand confidently on the scene and in the classroom as well. We are also proud of theater plays that bring teachers and students together. And during studies, we all learn to play piano, but music lovers are especially encouraged to develop their skills. Many of my colleagues used to go to music school, but our professors helped them develop their skills during studies here at our faculty. And one of my friends and colleagues, she composed a piece called Teacher's Anthem. She composed it and wrote the lyrics for it, and our choir was happy to perform it. I think that she is a perfect example of that. So studying here and going to mobility isn't only advantages for you in a professional and academic way, but also in a personal way. And that's why I enjoyed studying at our faculty and firmly believe that you would enjoy studying here as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicolina. Thank you, Milena. Sorry. We tried to motivate you to enroll the Erasmus Plus programs and to apply for learning at the Faculty of Education in Užice. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Daliborka. Thank you, Nicolina. Another thing that I would also add to your presentation is the following. Even though we are speaking in English today, our languages are quite close, and that can be an advantage for students if they go for student mobility, because if for some reason they get either fed up with English or if they ran into any complication, they can always also help themselves with our Slavic languages so that they don't feel completely foreign as they would maybe feel if they go into some other country. And of course, also the same goes for Serbian students visiting Slovenia. You know, if for some reason English doesn't work, you can always also just speak Serbian, and mostly for the most part people will understand you, and also our professors can help you with that. So that's another motivation maybe why it's also worth for Slovenians to go for exchange in Užice, and vice versa, the other way around. Now, if you agree, I would also like to shortly present our faculty of Education in Koper at the University of Primorska, and to introduce our institution to potential Serbian exchange students. So first of all, I'm sorry that I didn't introduce myself at the beginning. I'm Tomasz Grszaunik. I'm the Dean for International Relations and Art at our faculty. And my duty is, one of them is to encourage students to apply for a student exchange programs. So let me tell you something about the place that you will visit if you decide to go to our faculty. So this is just Google Maps. You can always Google Koper. It's a nice medieval town. It has a lot of Venetian architecture. So it's quite different culturally from Užice. It will definitely be an interesting experience. Here you can see Campanile, the church tower, which closely resembles that of the church on the St. Mark in Venice. So this is the main cultural specialty. Of course, we are at Jadransko more, Adriatic Sea. And that means that you'll get a lot of sun, a lot of fresh air, and a nice views of the Gulf of Trieste. We are close to Trieste, as you can see, so Italy is just around the corner, and I highly recommend you to visit Trieste if you come to Slovenia as well. There is also a big Serbian minority, as you may know, living in Trieste, with also a big, beautiful Orthodox church there. So it's definitely worth visiting also because of the diaspora. And then there are also other interesting Slovenian towns that you can visit. Piran is one of the most renowned Slovenian coastal cities. And also there are many other activities in which you can engage. And that is something that Mattia will later definitely mention. So our university, I recommend you that you visit our website. It's Pedagoška fakulteta, Univerze na Primorskem. So you can see the URL here, and you can just visit it. You have as well the English option, so you will be able to navigate through the website. We offer several first level as well as secondary level studies. Mostly when students come for exchange, Erasmus students, they decide to go to the kindergarten teacher program. And we also have a lot of professors that can prepare courses in English for you if you decide to enroll in this, if you decide to pick courses from this study program. We also have razredni pouk, which is the first part of the education in elementary schools, social pedagogy, and also our novelty now are the visual arts and design. That's a new study program that just started this year. On the secondary level, we have the kindergarten teachers, the zgodnje učenje for the master's program, and again we have elementary school teachers education, social pedagogy, and also the inclusive pedagogy, which is akin to special needs education. So these are the main areas that we cover. If you decide to come for the exchange, the best thing will be to just decide which area is your priority, and then you can always write to me, Tomaž Gršavnik. You will find my email on the website, or to Lawrence Habe, and we will help you to arrange your teaching plan. As said before, we are usually very happy if international students come for exchange, because this really enriches our pedagogical process. So we are happy to help you, and everybody is open and welcoming, so you don't have to be afraid about that. You will be welcomed. Also, the number of international students is rising sharply at our faculty, not only exchange students, but also regular students. I think we have about 50 or 60 of them right now. And each year we have several Erasmus students that come and visit us. So there is a growing international community as well. Also, the University of Primorska as such is getting more and more internationalized. So you do have a lot of Erasmus student activities going on, and you definitely will not be bored. Now you can also visit our YouTube site, University of Primorska, Pedagoško fakulteta, and here you can view the videos that are uploaded. There are several of them, from student activities like the orchestra, to lectures, to public speeches, to introductions. I will not present any of this right now, because I'm sure that you can just take your time and try to, and if you'll be interested, you will just pick what you want to view. But this YouTube site is definitely one of the hubs through which you can gather information about our faculty, our activities, our teaching staff, and our students. Now about the accommodation. Koper is quite popular, so there are people flocking in to the Koper because it's also at the seaside. Especially in the summer, there are a lot of tourists. So you have to keep this in mind, and you have to start arranging your accommodation early. We do, however, have international office for students, which you should contact, and they will be able to help you to find either a free room or a free bed in the student dorm. That's one possibility. So you can get accommodation in a student dorm through our office for international exchange students. Next option is that you get a room with one of the private contractors that also offer accommodation and are entered in the register of the official private providers of rooms. So that's the second option. And also what you can do, that's another one, you can always also use the website mojcimer.si, I think it's called, mojcimer.si. And here, this is basically a website where students exchange information. So maybe, you know, somebody will go to exchange in Užice, and they will precisely need someone from Užice to take their room, and maybe you can exchange information here. So mojcimer.si is definitely one of the options where you can start also looking for the different possibilities of accommodation. Okay, I said I'll be brief. I hope I was, and now I would like to invite Matija to share his view of our faculty with you.
Dobar dan i u moje ime. Ja sam pripremio prezentaciju na srpskom jeziku, ako je to ok. Dobro, ja sam Matija Jenko, ja sam student na Pedagoškom fakultetu Univerze na Primorskom sad već 7. godinu, sad sam na doktorskim studijama, a prije toga bio sam na učitelju i na master učitelju. Pripremio sam vam kratku prezentaciju ovih naših vannastavnih aktivnosti, da malo vidite da pored tega da se ovdje studira i da smo resni ljudi, da se i družimo, da radimo puno zanimljivih stvari, da se puno događa. Mogu samo zamoliti Tomaža da podelim prezentaciju.
Mislim da je to uključeno, tako da bi trebalo biti moguće, okay. Ne znam.
Ok, se vidi?
Ja se vidim.
Ok. Evo, kao što smo već rekli, naša fakulteta je na moru, pored nas je Italija, pored nas je Hrvatska. Od Italije primili smo malo tog mediteranskog, kako da kažem, možda karaktera, tako da sve ide možda malo sporije, malo više otvoreno, ali puno se dogaja. Na fakulteti imamo dva hora, imamo muški i ženski hor. Muški hor je jedini hor Pedagoškog fakulteta u Sloveniji, ali mislim da i šire, jer tako samo da kažem, na fakulteti od oko 2000 studenata, prošle godine bilo je 69 muških studenata i oko pola svih pjeva u horu. Imamo i PEF teatar, to je pozorište, imamo orkestar, pripremamo i kamiši baj predstave, to je to, što znači ove kratke predstave u ovom japanskom stilu, i pripremamo razne letne škole, likovne izložbe i dodatna predavanja i to. Na fakulteti imamo studentski svet, to je kao kod vas studentski parlament. Ima 15 članova koji se biraju na izborima svake godine, za razliku od vas koji mislim da se biraju na 2 godine. Ovi studentski svet ima 2 funkcije. Ovu prvu službenu kao jedan od 4 vodstvenih organa fakulteta i izvan studijsku u okviru koje organizuje razne događaje. Financiramo se iz takse koje studente plate kad se upisuju, tako da i svake godine imamo neki budžet koji možemo iskoristiti za studente. Naravno, sad kad smo u ovom vremenu Halloweena koji je dolazio iz Amerike, ali je kod nas baš popularan, mislim da i kod vas, u ovi dobi obično spremamo neki Halloween kao spoznavni party, da se upoznamo studenti, jer je to u oktobru kad novi studenti, kad bruci dolaze, ali naravno sad ove godine i prošle godine sve je drugčije zbog korone. Nažalost, ali neću više da je spominjem jer mislim da imamo svi do ovdje. Organizujemo razne sportske događaje. Ovdje se vidi kad smo otišli na bowling. U Kopru bio je velika bowling arena, ali nažalost nema je više. Svake godine organizujemo brucošijadu koja je u prošlih 5 godina bila izvedena vani kao veliki PEF piknik na kojega dođe i studenti i profesori i ostali iz fakulteta, tako da se svi malo neformalno upoznamo u početku studentske godine. Opet Halloween večer na koje smo doveli i dece iz škole i iz vrtića, tako da smo nam pomagli malo pripremiti fakultetu u tom stilu. Ovako oko Božića pripremimo u fakultetu, uvek dođe djeca iz vrtića i iz škola, dođe i Deda Mraz za djecu od profesora, za koje mi pripremimo kratku igru. Ovako razni događaji na fakultetu i ispred nje, ali svake godine idemo i na 2 ekskurzije. U decembru idemo na ovu krajšu, kratku, idemo za 2 dana negdje bliže Sloveniji, ali u maju idemo za duže vrijeme, tako da smo u prošle godine posjetili Belgiju, bili smo u Toskani, u Italiji, bili smo u Makedoniji i u Amsterdamu, ali opet ništa zadnje 2 godine. Tako bili smo u Beču, u Sarajevu, u Beogradu, u Budapestu. Evo, to je iz Makedonije gdje smo bili 8 dana. Iz Toskane, ova fotografija je iz Pise. Ali svake godine pripremimo i PEFijadu. To je veliki događaj u kojem se udruže svi studenti 3 slovenskih pedagoških fakulteta. Pored nas još iz Ljubljane i iz Maribora, ali mi smo bili prvi, to je bilo 2018. godine koji smo uradili PEFijadu više međunarodnu i pozvali smo i studente iz stranih država i tako su došli i vaši studenti. Došli su i studenti iz Bosne, iz Zenice, iz Hrvatske, iz Pule i Rijeke. Ovdje smo se ukupili u Izoli, to je jedan grad kraj mora, nekih 7 km iz Kopra. Preko dana imali smo razne sportske događaje, ali u večer bio je i koncert i druženje, tako da smo još malo produžili naše vreme u Izoli. Bili smo i u Užicu. Ove su sve fotografije iz 2018. kad smo došli na vaš naučni skup. Tu smo i predstavili svoj fakultetu i van nastavne događaje i sve. Uvijek ste bili odlični domaćini, nikad nam nije bilo slabo kod vas, tako da nadam se da se naši studenti odluče za Erasmus kod vas, ali bili su i vaši studenti, kao što sam prije kazao, kod nas. Naravno, dugo vrijeme smo proveli uz more, kad ga već imamo. Ova fotografija je iz 2019. kad su došli na PEF-ijadu, ali ova studentkinja koju možda znate, to je Marijana Selaković. Ona je bila prva iz vaše fakultete koja je došla kod nas na Erasmus i za sad jedina, nadam se da samo za sad. Tako da ako trebate bilo koju informaciju o Erasmusu kod nas, mislim da se možete i na nju obratiti. Ona vam može kazati da nije imala nikakvih problema zbog jezika, kao što je kazao Tomaš, ako ne ide dobro na engleskom, može i na srpskom, ali jer su tako slični jezik i Marijana vam može kazati da na kraju, poslije 4-5 mjeseca, bilo je, mislim, govorio slovenski skoro kao mi, tako da brzo dođe ova slovenski jezik i u vaše uho. Tako da to bi bilo to na kratko i nadam se da na duže možete provjeriti uživo kod nas. Tomaš?
Hvala. Thank you, Matija. And I think this is more or less it. As said before to Daliborka, we are preparing for the holidays in Slovenia, so that's why we are also recording this session, because not many people can follow it, but it will be available online in Užice as well as at our website. Daliborka.
Thank you very much, Tomasz. Thank you very much, Matija. And I hope that our students will enroll in Erasmus Plus student exchange programs, as well as students from Slovenia. We have some positive results from the previous period, and I hope that this cooperation will continue. Thank you once again very much.